Hello there, how are you? Welcome back to How I Did It. Well, today I'm going to share with you 5 of my favorite tips when painting the interior of a house. But before I can do that, I have to get this popcorn off the ceiling. Now, some people will spray it with water and scrape it. That makes a white muddy mess. I opted to dry scrape it. That makes a white dusty mess. The lesser of two evils. But the nice part is when I'm finished with this, it has an orange peel kind of texture. It's ready to receive paint right away. Just know it's like a bare drywall surface, so you want to make sure you either use paint with primer or prime it. With that being said, tip number 1. Use an exterior paint. It's tintable, it stands up to UV rays, it washes up wonderful, and in my case today, it's paint and primer all in one. You pay a little bit more, but you're done. One clean swoop. Tip number 2. I like using the metal grate in the 5-gallon bucket. Now the beauty of this is when you're finished painting for the day, you can just lower the metal grid down into the bucket, seal it up. The next day you pull it out. Now you may have to clean the little wing ear things off, but it makes cleanup at the end of the day a snap. And as you can see here, the orange peel texture and the first coat of paint going on. It's kind of streaked, but you have to remember this is 30-year-old paint that I'm doing here. Now because I'm using this white on baseboards, ceilings, doors, and door jambs, I go ahead and I paint all of those surfaces the first day, and then I come back the next day to paint my wall surfaces. Which leads me to tip number 3. Line your paint pan. In my case, I like to use a plastic bag. I slide it over with the open end towards the well. That way when I fill it up with paint, the weight of the paint holds the pan or holds the plastic bag down in the pan. Say you go to lunch, you can fold that plastic bag over your roller and your brush. It keeps them from drying out. It'll even hold them overnight, believe it or not, and keep those implements from drying out. The other thing is at the end of the day, it makes cleanup a snap. Tip number 4. I always cut in around my baseboards, the ceiling, any surface that has already been painted a different color. That way when I'm rolling out the main wall surface, if for some reason I inadvertently bump the ceiling, a simple wipe with a damp rag and it will take that overpainting off. Or say you inadvertently hit the baseboard. It's so easy, again, to just take a damp rag or a paper towel and wipe that surface clean. And it gives it such a smooth, professional finish. The other bonus is you're not spending all that time and kind of a waste of money in the long run of taping all of those surfaces off. Alrighty, tip number 5. Remove your switch plate covers, your electrical plate covers, anything on the wall surface prior to rolling out the wall. You want to make sure when you're rolling you keep a nice wet edge meeting a wet edge meeting a wet edge. It keeps you from having streaks later on. Man, I tell you what, this bag trick was the best trick anybody ever taught me in all the years. And as you can see, long strokes, it totally has the entire wall surface covered and looking like a professional painted it for you. And then cleanup is as simple as removing the bag, putting your roller inside the bag, and rinsing off the roller handle. Alrighty then, y'all have an absolutely wonderful and blessed week. I'll see you next time on How I Did It.